Well, the housing market took a downward turn last year as home prices hit a record high. The average cost for a home in 2022 was nearly $400,000. That's a 10.2% increase from 2021. So for more information on how to navigate the housing market, but how to do that is Claire Killen joining us now with all the expertise on what we need to know if we're in the market for buying a house.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for having me here, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Absolutely. Now, did you catch that? Her accent? How fitting is that on this day?
Yeah, I would say it's probably about as good as you're going to get.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And her real estate company is called Emerald Real Estate. And so the first question for you is, with these warmer temperatures on the horizon, it's a really cold one out today, but with the temperatures getting a bit warmer, sales typically for homes start to rise, do they not?
No, they most certainly do. The spring market is kind of like the start of the jump to everybody kind of getting onto the housing market. And for very good reason. You know, there's a lot of times when it's the winter market, we tend to see people selling because they have to sell in winter, but typically they like to wait until the spring and summer because they can see the yards, they can see the flowers budding, they can imagine, you know, that it's not going to be like this for the majority of the year. So yeah, there's a lot more opportunity.
So as we get closer to spring, only a few days away, how do you say the current housing market is?
It is probably one of the most ripe opportunities for buyers and for sellers because we had a few disappointed buyers last year. We've had a shortage of inventory. These buyers are coming back to the market this year because they couldn't secure anything. Their leases are up. So people are looking to jump right into the housing market. So get ready. Yeah. It's happening.
Is there anything to be nervous about though? Or any challenges for buyers or sellers at this time?
I would say what's very encouraging, which is what people were a bit afraid about, was the interest rates. They've come down 0.5% in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. And our chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, Lawrence Ewan, tremendously educated man, is looking at predictions of it being a lot lower by at the end of the first half of this year.
Okay, well that's pretty interesting because we keep seeing the Federal Reserve doing interest rate hikes, but your expert is saying that they're actually coming down. So that's a plus for buyers and sellers.
Absolutely, absolutely, because I think that was the concern, that's the worry. And we're seeing that trend hasn't happened like it was being predicted to.
Okay. What other tips would you give your clients if they're looking to buy a house in the next couple of months?
Well, first and foremost, get pre-approved and get pre-approved rather quickly because I do think the housing market is going to change very quickly to the positive. And you can't look at a property unless you're pre-approved because it's not fair to ask people to leave their homes because they're getting ready to leave and make sure it's lovely and looking pretty and all of that good stuff. But you really want to be ready because you want to be able to put that property offer in on that property right away.
Yeah, don't hesitate.
Do not hesitate because you'll be last.
All right. Yeah. Claire, thank you so much for being here today and happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so for more information and some helpful home buying tips, we'll be sure to have this interview for you on our website, KIMT.com. Aaron.